G'day YouTube, it's Fred from Cluny Garage. Well, it's a Sunday, it's a beautiful day, and what better day to spend it than working on the truck. So come with us today. We're going to do quite a few different jobs. I mentioned in the last video we're going to get the truck out and drive it around. We heard it starting in the garage the other day, but there's nothing like getting these old trucks out and about. And when I had it running, I ran into an interesting little problem. And that was this little radiator bypass hose. It's obviously seen a lot better days, and it started expanding and expanding. It looked like it was going to blow up. So I did a bit of searching, fault finding, and working out what the hell was going on. And it turns out that that pressurization of that bypass hose can be one of a couple of things. It could either be, you know, like a start of a blown head gasket, pressurized system, causing, you know, that pipe just to get bigger and bigger and bigger and hopefully explode, which is not a good thing. Or it could be the fact that it's really old, it's really porous, and it actually just can't hold the pressure in it, and that becomes a weak point in the cooling system. So what I did was replaced it. Now I had a look, and you cannot find these things. It's quite a small hose, but it's like a 2-inch circumference, and it's a 90-degree bend. So what I did was went into a Auto Pro, and it just so happens that a Ford Falcon XF lower radiator hose like this one is exactly the same diameter. It's got these sort of retention springs in it to give it shape, but it had a 90-degree end on it, which was perfect for our application. In it went, and guess what? Problem fixed. It's not pressurizing, it's not expanding, and it's working. So I didn't add that in the last video because it just happened after I warmed the truck up. But now I'm hoping that the fans are set to the right temperature. We've got rid of that pressurization issue with the bypass hose, and now we can actually get it out, drive it around. It won't cook, it won't overheat, fingers crossed anyway, and we can get the truck out and wash it and show you everything in today's video. All right, so she's outside. She's pretty dusty, the poor old girl. It's about to look $1 million though after I give it a good wash. Can't wait. And you can just start to see, I mean, how good that paint job is underneath. It's an International Harvester green with a like a gold metallic in it. And I'll just take you around. Once it's washed, I'll give you a proper, you know, walk through the whole truck, because the sun really sets it off. Yeah, C1600. It's a travesty that it's so dusty, but we're about to fix that. That's all okay. This is the before shot, and we'll get washing. All right, getting ready to wash. Now, just to clarify for everyone, we've got our own water tank, got our own water supply, captured all off that massive roof up there. So we're going to use a hose with obviously an attachment on it to save water. We're washing with a hand and bucket. And I use this stuff here, this McGuire's. I use this on the Commodore as well. It's I find it works pretty well, smells really good too, and I haven't had any dramas with it yet. So let's wet the truck down. And I don't have a little helper here, so I won't be able to do some time lapse, but I'll show you as the paint and the dust is being removed. Let's see how beautiful this International Harvester actually ends up looking. All right, so it's washed. It's come up pretty nice. And let's take you through some of the chrome work and stuff we've done to the truck. So all the grille, all the headlight surrounds, they've all been re-chromed. Obviously painted that grille surround. I had to get one of those from a Wrecker, International Harvester emblem. And some of the paint's just starting to flake on that a little bit. I've got to touch that up. But some of them come out with a beautiful hood ornament as well, but I like the look of that one. Come around this side. The view indicators. On the plenum, I've got that chromed as well. And I've got, obviously, windscreen wipers chromed, ready to go. These are really rare, these Scroll International badges. Got them from a Wrecker down near Geelong. And obviously we've got our badges redone. Side steps, mirrors, these are an aftermarket. They're heated and they've got LEDs. And if you look on top of the roof, you'll see blowhorn, bullhorn, and then cab markers all chromed up. Little things I've done too, like see the stalk on the rear vision mirror, got that chromed, and in the interior the interior lights around. I've got that chromed as well. But we'll do more of the interior stuff as we go along. All the chroming handles have been done. Internationals have got this notorious door latching mechanism, so I've got them redone. It's not perfect, but better than what it was. Exhausts, they're brand new, twin 3-inch, just with a couple of little resonators. You saw this from the last video, the centre bearing. She's all painted up, she's done. All the brake lines are done, as you can see. Brand new brake lines. Come around, we've painted the other side of the chassis. We've got to grease those shackle pins and bushes as well. Come around this side. Painted that tank. Chrome the cap. The same on this side. It's interesting, International Harvesters have only got a key lock on the passenger side. So I've got that chromed as well. And all the other door trim, that they aren't an original International Harvester component, they're door handles. So you don't actually pull off your latch. And I don't have a winder on this one here because the mechanism's stuffed at the moment, so I'm going to have to work on that. But all little things inside the truck. So you see above the glove box, I've got that handle chromed as well. All the surrounds on the dashboard are chromed. So yeah, we're getting there bit by bit. So let's go for a bit of a drive around the paddock. And you'll probably see from the thumbnail that I've tried to get the sun in an angle here where you can sort of see that gold metallic sparkle coming through in the International Harvester. And it looks a picture today, the truck. Pretty happy with that. Not a bad way to spend a Sunday with the boy, cleaning a truck and getting it restored. Throw on these gearboxes. Alright. Short gears in them. The 345 is a very slow revving V8. She sounds good though. It's on the road. Mr. Gear there. Have come on just on song at 160. So from that other episode, that's what we wanted. So I'm happy with that. That's consistent. So see my radiator bypass fixed. The thermos are fixed. Flushed the radiator fluid the other day. So we've got a very healthy, happy singing international harvester. And have a go at the turning circle on these old trucks. It's like driving a bloody Ferris wheel, but it's good fun. And we're going to take this out to our other farm. Get the tray on. But this is a beautiful old truck. We use it to feed cattle and move machinery around. Of course you've got to count your cattle by marking them on the dash there. And I've done the sacrilegious thing of wiping that dash off so you can see the beautiful paint. But anyway, be that as it may. Alright guys, well, that's the end of our video for today, and as always I've used a little list here to prioritise what we've been doing. So let's have a look what we actually did today. So we prepared the tray last night, we painted the chassis rails, I fixed that radiator bypass the other night, flushed the radiator, thermo fans was done on another episode. We got some driving time in today. That's really important with these old trucks. If they sit around, they seize up, you don't get the brakes running. You know, today's brakes were a little bit sketchy, but regular driving keeps everything moving in these trucks. We did that today. So our last thing is we've got to find a tray. Now on the Facebook groups and so on, we've got a few options. I can either make one, probably least preferred. I can get an old one and restore it, or I can get a brand new tray fitted to spec. And the main things with the tray, now that our rails are prepared, is we've got to get a hardwood spacer in, and that's got to clear these rivets. And then the hardwood sits between the chassis rails and the tray, and then the tray bolts down with U-bolts at sort of regular intervals. But I want a steel tray, I don't want an aluminium tray. I want it to look white, and it's got to look as good as the front end of this truck. Otherwise people are going to see you've done half the job. You've done a beautiful cab and it looks good and it's all been restored, but then you've got this doggy looking tray. So I've got to do that. And then the other thing that's really starting to stress me out is these wheels. If you have a look in here, I've used a rattle gun. I've got to change these tyres. I've used a rattle gun, I've used a massive metre-long breaker bar, and I cannot budge these in wheel nuts. So I have bought a little blowtorch. I'm going to heat these nuts up, and I'm going to get some liquid penetrating grease in there, and I'm going to try and, I'm using my nutcracker, try and pull them off, because I've got to get these jewellies replaced, because these are like from the 70s or something. That big old hard cracked rubber. And I mean, this won't go on the road, but I do not want to be in the paddock and have these tyres let me down. So anyway, that's another episode. And what's more important is our next video tonight is our Gentech powered Commodore here going on a diet. It's going to lose some weight, and we're going to take you through all of that in the next episode. Don't do it for Dale, do it for Brocky. Catch you later.